Hey Taurus, what's up? Happy birthday to all my Tauruses out there. So today we're starting off with the general monthly readings, and obviously we're starting off with you. Again, happy birthday. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. But before we start, I want to let you guys know what crystals that I am using. I have serpentine. It's a very protective stone. Clear quartz and malachite. For the crystals that I do have videos up already, I will link them down in the description box below, so be sure to check them out if you have not already. When I was meditating with the Taurus sign for the month of May, I really wanted to figure out what was coming for you guys, what's going to be happening during this time, and the feeling that I was getting was expansion. So lots of big things unfolding, perception on a different level, happy times, optimistic times, maybe even a sense of luck happening. It could just be because it's your season, but I do think there's going to be a lot of expansion happening for all my Tauruses out there. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. So we have the Three of Cups. So in the past, there could have been a lot of fun times, a lot of connectivity, a lot of times with friends, but there also could have been a sense of like a third party situation. It could have been. But I feel like it wasn't a third party situation if you're in a relationship. I feel like it's more like if you're talking to someone, but you're talking to two people at one time, but you guys aren't official, so it's okay. So kind of like getting to know, like a very connective type of vibe. And I think that you were just comfortable with filling the waters, but you were more so just focused on yourself. So that's the past energy, but you had a lot of choices. Okay, Taurus? So that's pretty cool. So it's like you were really focused on yourself, but at the same time, you did have suitors that you could look into. And yeah, so it was like a very I get to choose what I want to do type of energy. So with that being said, we have the Knave of Swords in reverse, Five of Pentacles, and then the Hermit card. So let me show that to you all. So, okay, Taurus. So in the past, I do see that you were lacking direction and you were in need of some type of help, whether it was like spiritually, emotionally, or physically. Like you did need help. But I think the help that you were seeking, you had it within yourself the whole time. And I know that sounds cheesy, but I mean, like, you had the answers within you, and maybe you had to be the person that had to figure out what to do next or what to do to get out of a certain situation because you had to be your help, you know? So that's not a bad thing by any means. I think this was also a time where you were lacking direction in your life, or maybe just not able to make a certain move because you didn't know what to commit to, and you needed help, but I also feel like you didn't really ask for it. I really feel like you were just like, well, I'm just going to keep going with the flow. But in the midst of doing all of that, you had to learn that everything that you needed to have or needed to know was within yourself. Okay, so the help that you needed in the past was you needed to plan more. And I think you needed to stock up on certain resources that you did not have yet. You could have felt very vulnerable at this time, like you didn't feel like you had any resources. Maybe you even felt like you're just shit out of luck. You know what I mean? But what would change that is you putting in some type of effort, some type of work, some type of cultivation for whatever it is that you needed. So it's like you had to really be that person for yourself in the past. Now let's move on to the present energy. So what's going on now for Taurus in the month of May? We have the Moon card in reverse. So there could be some things revealed. Like I said, things will be unfolding. But since we have the Moon card in reverse, this definitely signifies that there's secrets being revealed, seeing things in a new light, maybe seeing people in a new way. And you could just be more in touch with your intuitive side, but it may be uncomfortable for you. Behind that, we have the Wheel card in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, it could be some karmic things that have to happen. So probably some secrets being revealed in the emotional part of your life. It could cause you to be a little bit more emotional. So yeah, that's what's happening presently. Six of Pentacles here. Relationships with those that you care about, that you're giving to. You may receive some things from people that you care about. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You're putting in work, but I think you feel like you're not getting enough out of it. For a lot of Tauruses, you're at a point where you just feel like not happy with your job or not happy with your domestic life. Like almost like you're bored with it. It doesn't mean that you're struggling. A lot of you could be in a position where you're fine, like you're making money, you're comfortable, but you're just tired of the same old, same old. This also could signify some type of issues with domestic people in your life, such as family members. Maybe you're tired of working hard on a relationship, putting a lot of effort into it to not get what you feel you deserve, like a disagreement of some sort between what you're giving and what you're getting back out from that. So let's get some advice. Okay, so we have 5 of Wands. So you're going to have to face this challenge, okay? So if you're one of those Tauruses who has a decent living situation and things are going very well, but you're just not okay with it, you're gonna have to like face the challenge and become a little bit more competitive in your work field. And actually with the 5 of Wands, when it comes to working and stuff like that, it's actually a good card because it's saying that there's competition there, but it's pushing you to do better and to get more. But if you are one of those Tauruses who's having issues with a certain family member or disagreement with the family member, there's probably going to be something that you need to confront head on. There's going to be a situation where you probably need to talk it out, or it may even result in an argument, but it's something that's worth sorting out because it's causing conflict for yourself. And I feel like you know what this is, Taurus. It's something that you may not want to confront, but it's going to be way better to confront it than to keep dealing with it because for some reason you're starting to feel kind of burnt out by it. And it's causing stagnation for you. So I think it's best to really get that out of the way. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords. So there's clarity, maybe some new ideas coming into fruition, some good communication skills, maybe some good communication with whoever you were having issues with. And I think a change in self-esteem. Like you're starting to feel better about the way things are going, so maybe you're able to take more time and consideration on yourself and pamper yourself a little bit more and focus on you. Especially if your birthday is going towards the end of May, you may start to just see things kind of turn around for you a little bit more. So with that being said, we have the Knave of Cups, 8 of Wands in reverse, and the 10 of Cups in reverse. There's optimism, there's trust in the situation when it comes to your emotions. In a relationship type way, you are feeling a little bit more optimistic and more trustworthy of a specific person or a relationship with the person because of the communication that has been cleared out and open for you guys. But I think that you're still feeling a little overwhelmed. There's a lot of things coming at you. You don't really know where they're coming from. That's what the 8 of Wands is suggesting here. There's a lot of things happening at once, and most of what's happening is unexpected. So I think you're just feeling a little vulnerable at the moment, and I think you're ready for things to slow down for you. A Taurus season may be one of those seasons that's action-packed for you, not just Taurus season, but just May in general. And I think it's going to be important for you to really try to stay clear-minded. So try not to overwhelm yourself more than you already are. If you know things are getting a little hectic, try not to overwhelm yourself more with too much responsibilities or clogging up your mind in some type of way, being more foggy than usual. Try to stay on your P's and Q's, but try not to overwhelm yourself with staying on your P's and Q's. You know what I mean? Like just have like a very steadfast type of energy, stay in the middle of things and confront things when it comes up, but don't be so afraid of things that you let everything pile up on you and it becomes a burden against you. And then we have the 10 of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse, maybe things turn out in a way that you didn't want them to turn out. It's not the happiest of cards, I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like there's going to be a situation where you have to find the bright side of everything that's happened. It's probably going to be regarding a family issue. Yeah, it's something that it's time to put a rest. You may need to take a break from whoever this is or whatever relationship that this involves. It's definitely time for you to kind of take a break. So not terrible, Taurus. I just feel like with everything happening, you started out feeling like you need help, but you are going to have to be the help that you need, essentially. And then with this relationship issue or this domestic issue in your life, you're going to have to face that head on as well. You're going to have to accept the challenge. You're going to have to move forward. It's like you're going to have to put in work in different ways. Like, I don't know. It's like you can't find any satisfaction. And I think that's what's kind of causing some friction for you. Okay, so we got the Devil card. We got Capricorn. So I think you're really going to have to put your focus on yourself. What the devil card represents to me is kind of your desires and what you want. So I think in a lot of ways you're going to have to look at what you want versus what's happening and try to go and move towards that and try to manifest that, your desire. I don't want you to get discouraged by what's happening. You need to always have this outlook of, okay, but I still want this, and so I'm going to go towards this. I'm going to keep moving towards this, because I think it's going to be really easy to get wrapped up in all the confusion that's happening around you. Whatever you're trying to manifest, it'll be a lot harder to achieve that. Okay, so really make sure you're focused on yourself. And then also, if you do have a Capricorn in your life who you know you can depend on or just be around and they can keep your spirits up, maybe try to be around that person as well, because the devil card is the symbol, or it is the tarot card for the Capricorn zodiac sign. So someone who is of that type of energy, so they're mature, they're reliable, they may not be such a jokester at times. Like, they know how to get down to the nitty gritty of things when the time comes. They know how to be resourceful. So someone like that, to kind of keep your head on straight, would also be a good person to be around during this time. This is a reading that's very cautionary. So you have a lot of things to look out for, but with that being said, you can also prepare and make sure that these things don't totally take over your month of May. You can just, kind of steer your boat around the big waves, because you know that they're coming up. Okay, so stay positive in the situation. I hope that this gave you a lot of insight to what's coming in your May, and maybe what you can do to kind of fix the situations happening throughout your May. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment if you have anything you would like to say, or even a certain type of readings that you would like to suggest. I'm open to all suggestions. Also, subscribe if you would like to see more tarot content and other things that I have stored, as far as like crystals and things of that nature. Make sure you're clicking the notification bell if you have not already, so that you can be notified by YouTube. Just because you're subscribed, it does not mean or guarantee that YouTube will let you know when I post, and I do not want you to miss these readings or anything that I post. So make sure that you're pressing the notification bell so that you can be notified. With that being said, my name is Tay, or Love from a Leo. If I'm not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. And until next time, my beautiful, beautiful viewer, I will see you very, very soon. Bye.